Okay, welcome back. We have got Saturday Showdown. Tomorrow night is our May pay-per-view, which is Slamboree 2001. So all these guys fighting tonight, none of them will be fighting tomorrow night. That's because I want everyone in tip-top condition, 100%. And over the next two nights, absolutely everyone on the roster is going to be utilised in some way. So all the segments are leading up to tomorrow, building up the feuds and the matches. So the interview with Dusty Rhodes, he's going to be facing Lance Storm. An angle now, bit of a risk this one, because Scott Steiner could lose a bit of overness. He had no role to play, but I had to have him as one of the most over guys in the company. I had to have him on that card on the pay-per-view. So I'm going to give him a match, which he's obviously going to win, against the Cat, who has gained a bit of heat since his feud ended with Chris Kanyon. So I think that could be a decent little match, a good card filler, keeps Steiner busy, and hopefully he won't lose any face. Mike Sanders, he's feuding, of course, with Hugh Morris at the moment. They're going to have a 5v5 stable match at Slamboree. Rhodes and Nash. Rhodes challenges Kevin Nash. He gives Kevin Nash an opportunity to fight him for his US title tomorrow night. And we have got another four-way. We had a four-way at Spring Stampede, and the only difference is that instead of Scott Steiner, we've got Jeff Jarrett in the main event. This brings the two feuds together between Booker T. Goldberg and Sting Jeff Jarrett. One of the reasons I've done this is that when Booker T and Goldberg have gone together, it hasn't got as big a reaction as, say, Sting and Jarrett. And I feel it would benefit everyone more if the title was to go to either Sting or Jarrett, and have the title being feuded between these two guys, and just leave Booker and Goldberg, whose feud I think will probably end in the next week or two. Sort of let them get at it without a title, and Goldberg will still have his interim title, so he'll be ordered to defend that. Chris Kanyon and they're all for sort of interviews and angles. All the matches, we've got Chris Kanyon, Terry Funk. None of these guys are appearing tomorrow. So Chris Kanyon's going to beat Terry Funk cleanly, as is Sid Vicious over Jim Duggan. DDP is going to beat Bam Bam Bigelow. Chronic are going to win triangle match against the Harris Boys and the Dark Side. Air Raid are going to win a four-way match. Now, I know they're feuding at the moment with Skipper and Romeo, but I didn't really have any room on the card for them, and it's not really gained any heat yet, that feud. It's not got going. So it was either have that or have a hardcore title match. So I think the hardcore title adds a bit more variety to an event rather than having a cruiserweight tag match. Interview Dusty Rhodes, and Kiwi is going to win a three-way match over Wayne DeBruce and Brian Knobbs. It's not going to be a classic by any means. The cruiserweight title is going to be on the line tomorrow night. There's not been any build up to that, but I know that Lash LaRoe and Chris Candido have put on a load of good matches, so that's what's going to happen tomorrow night. So let's start this show. We've not got any huge stars. Chris Kanyon's pretty over at the minute. Sid Vicious, DDP. Not bad matches, considering there's a pay-per-view tomorrow night, and I think this is our second ever Showdown show. Okay, and that's about what I expected from that match. Dusty Rhodes backstage, went okay. That got a really good rating, actually. A four-way match. Sorry, I didn't tell you who else was in the match. It's a four-way elimination match. Air Raid win. First eliminated Young Dragons, second eliminated Courageous and Noble, and Air Raid and Skipper Romeo are the last two teams. Scott Steiner lost overness. I did fear that slightly, but it got a decent rating. I'm not too concerned about that. because Steiner is going to win that match anyway. This three-way tag match, it's another one. I didn't expect it to get a fantastic rating, so that's probably maybe slightly better than I expected even. I think it's more about for angles and interviews in this show that are going to get for higher ratings. Mike Sanders on the mic got a decent score. I've not given him much mic time. Bam Bam Bigelow DDP, good score. One option was to have Bam Bam Bigelow fight for the TV title with Mike Awesome, Norman Smiley and Shane Douglas, but we already had a four-way in the main event. I thought keep this to a triple threat. One idea was to replace Shane Douglas with Bam Bam Bigelow, but I felt Shane Douglas is a more over guy and would give a better match at the pay-per-view. So that's why Bam Bam is here. Dustin Rhodes lost overness from this segment. It's obvious Nash is bringing him down a little bit, ironically. I got 76%. Jim Duggan, Sid Vicious. It's never going to be a classic, is it? Jim Duggan is in trouble. Powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. Just as we expected it to end. 83%, that's pretty good. I think for four-way at Spring Stampede did pretty well. Hopefully this will be even better. And Chris Kanyon, Terry Funk, not a bad score there. So let's see overall what we've got. 66%, considering all the top talent is on tomorrow night. It's not a bad score at all, that. So, yeah, that's okay. Let's see. 0.47. I don't know how that compares to last week. 0.47 rating. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't actually tell us the rating here. We got, but it was. We got 69% for the last show, 66 for this one. Okay, let's see what we have in our mail. Oh, that was it. That's all we have in our mail. Lastly, let's have a look at Goldberg. Is he happy? No, he's gone down to 18%. Why is that? Because he didn't have a segment at the last show? Well, he did, because he was in that segment where the main event for tonight was announced. So, it's a bit annoying what's going on with Goldberg at the moment, but I am trying my best. Goldberg's unhappy and wants to leave. You know what? He's going to be in the main event. It could be his last main event tomorrow night. Let's see how the feud with Booker T goes. But one reason for me wanting to keep him is because I don't want WWF to sign him, because when he's happy, he's an absolute animal. But I don't think I could have done much different other than put the title on him instead of Steiner. But then Steiner could have been unhappy. So how do you keep everyone happy? I don't think I did that bad by him, to be fair. So anyway. I wonder, actually, last of all, how do we know how for development? For development. View roster. Flair for Wall and Van Hammer. How are they doing? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, not really got any use for them at the moment. So we've got Slamboree coming up. Let's see what rating we can get. 73% for Spring Stampede. Let's aim for higher this time round.